are afraid of something? Okay, everyone. I was hoping for the same because I think it's just like a very human thing to be afraid of anything or something. But the question is, what do we do about it? How do we deal with it? Well, I have a story to share. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Toastmasters. My name is Shubham Singh. I'm from New Delhi, India. I'm a person who stutters while talking. And today I'll be talking about my journey through grad school and how my fear of failure has shaped it. So I started my grad school in 2014 at Purdue University in aerospace engineering. For continuing in the PhD program, we have a qualifying exam, which is one of the deadliest exams I've ever taken in my life. The catch was, if we fail in that exam twice in a row, we are kicked out of the program. I took my first attempt in January 2017. I remember being in a conference room full of professors, just hammering one question after another at me. And it took them less than 15 minutes to establish that I failed that exam. My stuttering caused them to believe that I'm nervous and I'm not confident in the understanding of my material. It was the first time in my lifetime that I failed at a major examination. I was obviously shocked. I tasted failure for the first time. I was so afraid of it and I didn't want to fail again. Well, I continued my journey. And in June of 2017, another tragedy happened. My advisor left. So at that point, I had two options. First, to quit the PhD program, and second, to find a new advisor and continue the program. I took the second one. And I started preparing for my qualifying exam, the second attempt, which was in September. I remember that I was so afraid of failing again that I couldn't sleep the night before. And during the exam, when they were asking me questions, I couldn't think of anything but what would happen if I fail? What would happen if I fail? So at this point in the story, I want to take a break and list these two things again which happened to me. First, because of the fear of failure, I was sleep deprived, which is not the best way to prepare for an exam. And second, I couldn't answer the questions in the exam clearly. Scrambling through it, I somehow finished it, and a week from then, my then temporary advisor called me and told me that I failed the exam again and I'll be kicked out of Purdue. In fact, I was the only one who failed the exam of all the students who took it. I was in shock for 2 days. I didn't know what to do. The worst fear of my life became a reality. So I'm transferred to UT Austin. And here, I had a whole year before I had to take my first attempt at the qualifying exam. So I sat down one day and I really thought about why did I actually fail the exam? And I realized that I had two primary fears. One was fear of stuttering, and second was fear of failure. The good thing at UT was that the exam was a written format. So I had to only face just one fear, the fear of failure. I also realized that my fear of failure originated from having an excellent academic record over the years. And the pressure of being perfect was so much that failing an exam would be a big deal, and I couldn't even imagine failing an exam. But having failed it twice and surviving it, I realized that it's okay to fail. And with that evolved understanding, I continued my preparation for the qualifying exam. And I realized that I can still have a possibility that I fail it for the third time. So along with preparing for the exam, I also planned what to do if I fail it for the third time. And I decided that I'll quit grad school. So now I knew that the third time would be my last attempt. So the pressure was off. I knew what to do if I failed it. I'll quit grad school and I'll keep on doing something else in my life. So in fact, I thought, let's just enjoy the material. So I prepared my qualifying. I took it in June 2019. And a month from the exam, my advisor emailed me and told me I passed the exam. My family was super happy. They were excited that I finally passed the exam, which I have been preparing for a long time in my life. But for some reason, I was in a state of peace. I wasn't super happy as I used to be earlier when I used to pass exams. And I believe that I would have the same reaction even if I failed the exam the third time. So if there's one thing which I can leave you guys today is the fact that we get what we really focus in life. So at each point in time, we have two choices. One, to focus on our fear and let it control ourselves. And second, to focus on the journey and to live the present as it really is. Thank you, Toastmasters.